My name is Сэм Pteers. I'm comprehensively great-looking, a natural blonde, and a highly intelligent one. I'm extremely tough, an exceptional journalist, and I hate modesty. I work for Uncharted. It's basically Playboy for scientists. Fewer naked women, fewer cars, more text. We report on excavations in, and expeditions to, the remotest corners of the world. The pay is, to be exact, pretty miserable. But you get adventure on tap, and that's the best bonus you could ask for. Although sometimes they're hairy, even for my taste. My latest trip took me to Indonesia, where local archaeologists had discovered an ancient temple complex in the jungle. Team members were disappearing one after another without trace. Turns out, it was terrorists. They kidnapped me. Then my old friend Max showed up and got me out of there. And here we are. He's off trying to get a whiff of the gang's plans. I'm supposed to inform the Indonesian authorities. Oh, and a volcano has now erupted and half of the island is in flames. I have no idea where Max is now, and I'm not going looking for him in this inferno. Anyway, it's supposed to be the man who goes through flames for the woman, and not the other way around. My task is clear. I have to escape from this island and bring help from the mainland. Done it. Now let's hightail it out of here. Crap. This inflatable dinghy is missing some, inflation. Reminds me of my last relationship. So how am I supposed to get to the mainland now? Doesn't show any sign of stopping. I hope Max is all right. What am I supposed to do? Blow it out? Max is in trouble. I need to get to the mainland and find help. Looks close, but that's actually some hell of a distance. Swimming to the mainland is not an option. A message in a bottle. This beach doesn't miss a single postcard cliché. There's a note inside the bottle. Unfortunately, I can't open the top. When Max came here with this boat, it was in a considerably better state. Damn blow-up boats. There's no air in the front chamber. A bullet hole, those bastards. Laying my hands upon it is not gonna mend that hole. What the hell is Max stashed in this box? Locked. Maybe I can get it open some other way. My goodness. Max and his weakness for fancy locking mechanisms. The mortal remains of a crab. Definitely past its sell-by date as a food source, but that claw might make a useful tool. delicious. I must definitely invite myself to dinner again. A completely typical Indonesian rock. I don't like to admit it. This rock's just too big for me. You have launched the Task Help function. As soon as a task becomes available, this is where you will find information and summaries of what's going on in the game. This means you will always know what you have to do next, just in case you've lost the thread. But don't worry, this information won't spoil the puzzles. The challenges before you can be solved by you alone. I could use the inflatable dinghy to get off the island and head for the mainland. Unfortunately, there's a gaping bullet hole in the side of it. I'll have to make the dinghy seaworthy first. Obviously an M. How strange. How strange. There's a line marked on the switch. There are 2 lines on this switch. There are 3 lines on the switch. Or is that supposed to be a number? There's a capital A above the recess. I could use the Interesting mechanism. I'm sure that by pushing the switch, you can get Max's box open. There's a line marked on the switch. An empty recess. An X? Hope all the trouble's been worth it. Boots and socks. A satellite phone would have been nice. Rubber boots may be practical, but comfy and stylish? Never. Fresh socks are essential equipment on a long expedition. A stripped-down air pump. Putting all the parts together shouldn't be too much trouble for a genius such as myself. Putting all the parts... Now the air pump ought to work again. The bottle's broken into shards of glass. Shards are lucky. I can't translate this. It's either Indonesian or Malaysian. Almost sharper than me. Let's clean away this grease and sand. I've cleaned and dried the area around the bullet hole. They're too big for me anyway. I'll cut a piece of rubber out. Well, they're no longer waterproof. I cut that out of one of the rubber boots. That would be a job of Sisyphean magnitude, so long as we still have that hole in the side. This piece of rubber is big enough to patch the hole. I don't think it's gonna stick. The volcano's out of control. Whatever it is I'm doing here, let's do it fast. Looks like an arrow. Best be careful. It could be a trap. Nah, not interesting in the slightest. Not much going on there. I'll just take the one bone. No man is so great that a woman will go back into hell for him. And Max isn't all that in the first place. No, on this occasion, I'm going to respect that rule, make an exception to my own, and actually do what I'm told. The heat's so intense, this bush has caught fire. Please don't talk to me. I don't care what your name is. You're just a simple thorn bush, aren't you? Quite beautiful, also rather scary. Generally, more heat is better. But in this case, I'll make an exception. Okay, but somehow I can't find the fireproof gloves in the inventory. Have I overlooked them? I'll jam the piece of rubber between the claws. The piece of rubber is stuck fast between the claws. Nice idea, but I'd burn my fingers doing that. It's thin, but it's strong. I'll jam the crab claw onto the end. The piece of rubber is stuck fast between the claws. Like roasting marshmallows. You have to know when enough's enough. Melted enough? I've closed the claw around the rubber. Perfect. Nicely done. Repair it? Bust it? Can we please just make up our mind? Let's get this dinghy back on the high seas. Highly seaworthy, I'd say. Now I can get out of here at last. I haven't phoned in for days. My editor will be going loopy.